What is type 2 diabetes? With type 2 diabetes, the insulin in your body doesn't function as it should, preventing sugar from leaving your blood and entering your cells. The sugar accumulates in your blood instead of going into your body's cells. Over time, this may result in complications from diabetes. Certain nutrients you consume are converted by your body into a sugar called glucose. Your bloodstream carries this sugar, or glucose, to various cells throughout your body. However, there are other naturally occurring ways to open the cells up and allow the sugar to exit the circulation and enter the cells. Changing our overall attitude about what we eat and insulin both help. Your cells use the sugar as fuel after that. Naturally pulling back type 2 diabetes can be done without insulin/drugs. Type 2 diabetes can affect anyone, although some people are more susceptible than others. Typical risk elements include being obese or overweight, belonging to a high-risk ethnicity, which includes Native Americans, Asian Americans, African Americans, and having a family member with diabetes, such as a parent, sibling, or brother. Your advanced age and sedentary habits.
This is how you can get rid of type 2 diabetes in 3 to 6 months. You've probably heard people say that if you have type 2 diabetes, then you get it for the rest of your life. That is actually not true. There's actually a lot more studies now providing evidence on the reversal of type 2 diabetes. It even encouraged healthcare professionals to be familiar with this so that they can better educate their patients. You may also still be skeptical because you probably have had diabetes for a long time and you've tried a lot of different things and you weren't able to reverse it. What I'm about to tell you is going to be very different from what other people have told you in the past, but that is exactly how I'm able to achieve great results with a lot of people that were able to reverse their type 2 diabetes in 3 to 6 months. For example, Carlos was able to lower his A1C from 9.5 to 5.6 in just 3 months, and he is now completely off of diabetic medications. And Carlos actually tried to lower his carb intake. He tried a lot of different things other people have told him, but still wasn't able to lower his A1C. Because what he did in the past is actually a symptom-focused approach. You're asked to lower your carbohydrates so that you can lower your blood sugar, but the blood sugar itself is just the symptom of the problem. It's not the root cause of the problem. And the crazy thing is, Carlos actually lowered his A1C to 5.6 by eating more carbohydrates than he ever did before. How did that happen? This is because we focused on helping him reverse his insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is caused by a buildup of fat, which is the yellow droplets in your cells. And it actually turns off the insulin receptors, the red stuff over there. It turns off insulin receptors, so insulin isn't able to effectively bring in glucose from the blood into the cells. And so what happens? Your glucose stays in the blood, and that is what causes high blood sugar. So what Carlos did was to lower the amount of fatty acids in his cells by eating a whole foods plant-based diet that helped him reverse his insulin resistance, which is the root cause of type 2 diabetes, so that he can better process carbohydrates so that when he eats fruits and rice and sweet potatoes, he still had a perfect blood sugar. And that is the difference, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I was able to help people reverse their type 2 diabetes in 3 to 6 months is because I focus on reversing the root cause of type 2 diabetes and not just to try to manage the symptom of diabetes. If you don't ever address the root cause of type 2 diabetes, you won't be able to get rid of type 2 diabetes for the rest of your life. But if you focus on addressing the root cause of type 2 diabetes, you'll be able to have a chance to reverse your type 2 diabetes.
You are diabetic or even pre-diabetic, this is the juice just for you. You know, my grandfather had his leg amputated due to complications of diabetes. And currently, my father receives 10 hours of dialysis every single day. It's called peritoneal dialysis, all because of complications resulting from diabetes. And a few years back when I got my physical, the doctors tried to diagnose me with diabetes. And it was at that moment where I said, it's time to take charge of my health, and I refuse to allow this completely reversible disease to take me out. Unlike type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes is completely reversible. And this juice right here is gonna get you on track to reverse the curse. First up, let's put a handful of kale in the juicer. Next up is a thumb's length piece of ginger, followed by a thumb's length of turmeric. Let's take a couple carrots and put them in the juicer. Let's go with 1 red apple and 1 green apple. Last but not least, I got half a lemon. Close the lid, turn it on. This juice is phenomenal for strengthening your immune system, improving your digestion, and improving your vision because of the carrots. Let's pour it up. And just like I was able to stop diabetes in its tracks with juices like these, you too can do the same. Here's to your health.